Hey everyone, Kevin from MechanicalAdvantage.com. A new release of Fusion is almost upon us, and in this release of Fusion, if you're a manufacturing customer, you're going to see some changes that have been made to the Heights tab in the manufacturing. These changes are going to be coming to both milling and turning, and what I have open on my screen right now is the current state of how Heights look right now and what you're used to. I've been given permission to share a video made by Craig Chester, who is the product manager for Autodesk Milling. And in this video, he's going to take you through the changes that have been made, why they've been made, and how you can use them. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can send me an email to kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com, and we can address the changes that you've seen.
I'd like to explain some changes we've made to the Height tab on our toolpaths. Toolpaths for pretty much all of the workspaces, so including milling, including turning. Let's just dive in. I'm going to open up a toolpath and go to the Heights tab. So you may quickly notice that the UI has changed. So let me explain what changes we've made and why we've made them. First of all, there are some options which no longer exist in this drop down. In the past, you had options for top of the model and top of the stock, and those don't exist anymore. They're gone. But what we have added is highest of selected and lowest of selected. So all of the other options are pretty much the same as they were before. Selection, origin absolute, they're all the same. But if I wanted top of model or top of stock, now I would move to highest of selected. And here we have stock and model and the addition of fixture. So one of the reasons we have made this change is our customers wanted the option to set typically the clearance height or the retract height to be above the fixture, or in many cases above whatever is the highest, whether that be the fixture or the stock or the model. So this new UI provides that flexibility. So if I only wanted my retract height to be the same as before, above the stock, then I'd switch off model and fixture. So now it's measuring relative to the top of the stock and providing an additional 5 millimeters of clearance. But in this case, my fixtures are higher than my stock. And I want the safety to ensure that any rapid moves at retract height are performed above those fixtures. So instead of having to look at the part, and one of the options we could have done was to add top of fixture here. But then you've got to look at the part to say, okay, what's highest? Is it the stock or the fixture? I need to have a look and then select the appropriate option. Here we can just say whatever's the highest, whether it be the stock or the model or the fixture, I want 5 millimeters above the highest one. So now I can add, you can see the green plane here, it's 5 millimeters above the fixture in this case. If the fixture was below the stock, it will be 5 millimeters above the stock. So that's a change here. Let me just show you another example. I'm going to move the part higher than the fixtures. And I want to create a toolpath around the side here, but I don't want to go below the top of the fixtures. So let's take a look at the settings for this one. Come to the Height tab. So for the retract height, I've got it the same, whatever the highest one is, the stock or the model or the fixture. Here's the top height. That could be, I mean, what would be most typical, I guess, is just the top of the model. That would be a most typical setting, perhaps a small additional allowance. For the bottom height, I specifically want to go down these side walls, but not to go below the top of the fixtures. So in this case, I want the highest of selected, but it's not the stock, not the model, the highest only taken into account the fixtures. So here I've got my bottom height exactly on the top of the fixtures. I could add some additional allowance again if I wanted to, just for clearance. Let's say 3 millimeters, and it goes 3 millimeters above the top of the fixtures. So the reason we've done this is A, to include fixtures when defining your height, so that you can take them into account if you want to. But also this highest of selected or lowest of selected to help automate the process so that you can save these values into templates and that they generally work. So a typical retract height will be just X amount above whatever is the highest.
Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into the changes that are being made and how you can go about leveraging the changes that they've implemented. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. As always, you can contact me at kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com, and thanks for watching.